Que lo que, mi gente? What's good? What's good? You heard? Ni hao, como está kana, konnichiwa, all that good stuff. Como, all the greetings for you everywhere worldwide. What's good? What's popping? What it is? What it was? Today is Thursday, game day against the Denver Nuggets, and it's a big game today. This is where these winning teams, and if you look, their record is very similar to ours. Their offensive rating is similar to ours. Defensive rating, so we're very similar so far. Obviously, they're a championship team. It's almost very difficult to repeat a championship, so they're going through their challenges, but they still have a great team. All their starting five are in double digits in scoring. So today's going to be a whole team effort. I said it before. We can't start off like how we did against Brooklyn. Last time we played them, we beat them. We even had not everybody playing at all-star numbers, except for Julius Randle had 37 against them the last time and 21 by Brunson. We need about a 30 for 30 for both Brunson and Julius Randle. So we need Julius Randle to show against an MVP caliber player that he's this all-star, that we can count on him on big games. That's what we're looking for today, to see how we can compete, how we can show these West Coast teams that we're able to do it against a winning team. So it's going to be a big game today. Today is more of the X factors, people who are the Dante defense. Dante would look like he was upset that he got pulled out the game when he was on fire. The last game against Brooklyn, I think he got substituted by Thibodeau, substituting for Josh Hart. He looked a little bothered by that. However, those are the two players that I'm looking for to have a big game. We need Josh Hart in rhythm, and I think Thibodeau pulled him out because he needed Josh Hart to get in rhythm. And if you look at it, Thibodeau was right, because Josh Hart's play is what saved us in Brooklyn. He got that rebound. Right after he got that block, he saved the ball from going from out of bounds, got it in play, and then that play ran down to Julius Randle dunking and getting us the lead. So Thibodeau made the right moves. He made the right call on that. Even though Dante DiVincenzo's on fire, he saw what the team needed other than just scoring to get everyone else involved. It was our bench players. It was Precious Achiuwa. It was Josh Hart. Anunoby playing with the second unit, which has been very good. So Anunoby's playing kind of like how Tibbs playing Anunoby the same way he did with R.J. Barrett. Playing with the starters, and his effectiveness also with the bench is helping out. It's also freeing up Grimes a little bit, so it's alleviating some of the pressure from Grimes having to defend the best person even on the second unit. So, excuse me. Sorry, I had a sneeze. Anyway, so you're seeing that. That's also helping out Grimes. So we need a big game from Josh Hart. I think he's going to be a big X factor for us. So is Dante DiVincenzo. We need the starters to be in double digits. Can Dante stay in front of either Contavious Pope, if he can stay in front of him, if he can stay in front of Jamal Murray? We got to try to slow them down, keep them off their averages. Are you going to stop Jamal? No, but if you can get him under his average, under 26 points a game, keep him at 19, 20, something like that, that's a good positive for us. I'm thinking Jericho Sims is going to start with the starters again. That's what I've been calling. And we need size against Jokic. And not that Jericho Sims is super tall, but he's a strong, big-sized young kid. So you can keep him in front of him, except when he does the spin. Jokic is very hard to stop when he spins, but at least have a body size on him. I think he'll be too strong, too big for Precious Achiuwa. So Precious would be good off the bench. He'll give us a lift. So I'm liking Sims to start there. And then we need another big game to keep this rolling. So besides Denver, I'm looking for us to get a W in this one. I think it's going to be a close-knit game. This one's at the Garden. It's not the Mile High, so it's going to be more opportunity for us. The fans behind us, I'm more than sure it's a home game. We're not playing in Denver. We're not playing Mile High. We didn't have to travel, so we just had the Brooklyn game, so we're still in New York, able to get some good practice in there. So I'm looking for a very good competitive game, looking for us to be ready to start from the beginning of the game to the ending of the game. So the fact that we don't have no jet lag, flying, checking the hotels, anything like that should be a positive for us. I'm pretty sure it's a home game. So all that should benefit us into this game here. So I'm looking for a win. It's going to be a tough fought win, but this is going to be something that's going to stand a key for us to start the positive train for the remainder of this year. We're 4 out of our 5 games. We're 4-1, so we won a lot of our games. So keep that rhythm, keep that momentum, not let go of the rope, keep pushing. So it's gonna be a big game. It's gonna be pretty exciting. I think it's gonna be a fun game. We got momentum. The players look like they're locked in, which leads me to this segment that we're talking about now, and you're probably going to see it on the picture up there of Quentin Grimes, Q Dog, Q Dot. Looking for Quentin Grimes. You're hearing a lot of rumors of him. Will he be traded? Is he on the outs? It started with him getting full reign from the office and from Thibodeau as our starter. He was our starter, getting a lot of minutes, maybe not as many touches. And while he was playing at the starting role, he was not as effective offensively as we needed him to be. It's not that he's not or he can't, it's that we needed him to be effective from that role, which is a catch and shoot, space the floor. That's what we really needed him for, besides defense. His defense is impeccable, it's elite. We love it, but we need him to space the floor because Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson get double teamed. They're the key focus on defensive schemes. They're the ones that the teams are scouting for and double and pressure. So it's, man, if you're not able to hit your shot, your man is going to cheat off of you and help the defense. So the fact that he wasn't consistent hitting, the fact that you couldn't count on him when they passed the ball to hit that shot consistently is where you saw that, and even then, Thibodeau still stuck with him for a while. You're talking about close to 20 games, if not all 20 games, of him being inconsistent. A couple of games having zeros. I think about 4 games having 0. A couple of games of only having 4 or 5 points, which definitely wasn't enough. And then on top of that, you complain that you're not getting touches, knowing that you got, at the time with R.J. Barrett, that you had 3 ball dominant guys that are going to get a majority of the touches, and you have a role to play. And the fact that you weren't playing your role, you weren't effective in your role, and then on top of that, you're going to complain, no bueno. Kind of like what Obi Toppin did. So they moved him down to the bench. You move over Dante DiVincenzo, who's a great defender. Not as elite as Grimes, I got to be honest about that. But then in his role, he spaces the floor. He shoots. He's had games with 7 3-pointers. He does other things, which Grimes wasn't doing either. He does other things on nights that he can't score. He's getting steals. He's in the lane. He's slicing. He's setting picks. He's doing other things, even on off nights, that the team has obviously helped the team. The players trust him. Julius Randle's know that if he's giving Dante the ball, he's not going to hesitate. That's another thing. That he's not going to hesitate. He's just going to shoot the ball, good, bad, or indifferent. He's confident in his work and his shot that it's going to go in. And it usually does. And whether it's from the corner, whether it's from the side, whether he sets a pick, where he runs off the screen, he's doing so many other things that help the team flow, especially the offense, that his defender can't cheat off of him. His defender can't double Randle. And even if he's trying to double, Dante slashes and Julius Randle will find him and he'll do a layup. So even when he does try to cheat, Dante's doing other things. So that's what the big positive was on that switch. You go back to a couple of videos, probably video 18 or 17, probably before that we were calling that. And then his shot is impeccable. You can't doubt that. He's at 26-point games. He had 7 3-pointer games. He had games with 6 3-pointers. So he's incredibly effective. So that's something that you're looking at. And even with that, as good as he is, as he's the best friend of Jalen Brunson, with all the rumor talks that everybody's thinking about Jamal Murray and all that, you think Jamal Murray is going to produce and do exactly what Dante's doing or more? Because you're going to, if you're replacing that, you got to add more value than what Dante's giving you. And that person's not out there. And if they are, they're worth that. You're going to have to pay a whole lot more and lose a whole lot more. Leon's not going to do that. That's why I was saying I don't think a trade's going to happen unless it's someone really that's going to change the game and affect, and unless it's another Nova Nick, which that's what I was saying. Mikal Bridges, who's a phenomenal defender, great catch and shoot 3. He would facilitate the role of what Grimes was doing, but at a more higher rate. He would do that. And then you can move Dante down, who's another Nova Nick, and you put that productivity that Dante's doing to the bench, forget about it. It's game over. ECF, deep bench, all that other stuff. So instead of going out to get another bench player, which people are saying, we need to facilitate the bench. If they get Bridges, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Actually 3, because you'll get another Nova Nick. You get chemistry, cohesiveness instantly. Someone who can, if someone's struggling, who can go get a bucket, who can defend, and him and Ananobi would be phenomenal. That's my bridge thing. That's my take on that. I said it before. Anyway, that's why Dante's in the starting lineup. That's why Grimes was relegated to the bench. And then even in the bench role, you see him struggling, which is you got to start wondering why. Why is he struggling? Why is there so much? Is it touches? He goes to the bench, he gets quite a bit of touches. So for me, there's two things that it is. It's either confidence, which I believe is confidence, or his work ethic. I believe he works hard. You've seen him doing different types of practice, different types of move, but he doesn't have a go-to, which I said that before with Mitch, and I said it also with RJ, that they don't have a go-to move that no matter what happens, they can go to this move, and no one's gonna stop that. I think they have a lot in the bag, but they don't know what's there. They don't have their hammer, that one tool that's gonna take out the nail and put it back in. They need that one tool. So his confidence in what he's doing, the minute he touches a rock, it's like a hot potato. He's passing the rock. In the bench role, he needs to have the confidence of Dante DiVincenzo to just be the dude. Just take control of the rock, drive it to the lane, and he has to get to the line. If you can get to the line, get foul shots, that's going to build up his confidence. That's going to make his defenders hesitate and think, that he's going to drive instead of that he's always going to shoot the three. And then that's where the pressure comes in. It's always a contested shot. So those are things I think. I don't think his work ethic is there. I think he has a good work ethic and he gives 120% during the game. But the shots that he's taken, you play how you practice. And that's just, if you look at some of the shots, and some of them are standing still, they're either short, his jumper's not in there, his legs aren't into the shot. It's not a consistent shot. Like with Stephen Curry, you can see he does 2,000 shots, 3,000, whatever it is a game. Now his shot looks the same every time, whether it's contested, not contested. And I think that's just over time of him practicing, he'll get it. But if he wants to be on this team, he needs to get it like today. Like this game. He needs to have a 19-plus game tonight. He needs to have a game where he's scoring 19 today. He needs to have a big game today and a big game against the Miami Heat. We can't wait. It's been 20 games. You're sporadic here and there. If you got game, you got game. So you should be able to just go and score. And if you're going to look at his counterpart to see like why, or it's his touches, or he's really, Tibbs ain't making running plays for him because the excuses are coming out. And I got love. I support Grimes. Again, I this like my son. I'm going to talk to him like my son. Like it's an effort and what you put into the thing at that point. So same thing. Look at Deuce. Deuce was playing sporadic minutes and people were complaining about his offense. Could he do it? The minute he got consistent minutes, you're seeing his effect. He's hitting three. He's confident. He's coming into the game just like how he practiced. His players and teammates have confidence in him just like they did with Grimes. Randall's giving him passes. Julius Brunson giving Quinn Grimes passes, and he's not hitting the shots. Now you're looking at Deuce. Deuce is producing. Deuce had a 19-point game. He's assisting. He's defending. They're giving him confidence. He's driving to the lane. Even when Brunson's been in the court with him, him and Brunson been on the court, or him and Randall, and he's taking it, not defaulting. He does still defer to Julius, but if you look, there's times that he's just going to drive to the basket or he's going to take the shot, even if Randall's there and even if Randall's calling it. That's what Grimes needs to do, especially in the second unit. He needs to be the man in the second unit. And that's why you see they're either shopping him or seeing what they can get for him because he's not stepping into his role. He's not stepping into that. So that's why he's being shopped. There is a chance that we can keep him because the way he's playing, you're not going to give him a big bag. And if you don't give him a big bag, you hope that he can turn into the player that you know he can and the ceiling, that you don't have to go to get a Jordan Clarkson, even though Jordan Clarkson's deal is really good. He's good offensively, but he's not the defender that Grimes is. And to win in games, NBA, if somebody goes down, Anunoby goes down, you can plug in a Grimes, and he's going to defend just like how Anunoby was. So he is important. His skill set is very valuable. So that's why you're going to see Leon not take his time and just give him away. You're going to see them shop, and I think they're just going to see what they can get from this year. And if he doesn't show up the rest of the year, then I think at the end of the summer, you'll see something go happen. And I'm looking at only a Dante or Bridges, and I'm more than shooting for Bridges. Bridges is more than likely one that you can have if it becomes a dumpster fire in Brooklyn, which it looks like already it is, and then you can give a picture, whatever. He's the one that'll fit right away. But I'm hopeful for Grimes. Grimes, Now's your chance. Now's the time. You got to step up and just do it. Put on Nike shoes and just do it. Go into your go yard bag, and you have to have a big game against these teams and show your value. Show why we should keep you. This is your chance right now. It ain't tomorrow, and it is tonight and against the Heat. You need to come out like how Gabe Vincent did. Gabe Vincent took advantage of his opportunity and killed us last year. And he was a nobody unknown. You need to have that confidence. Confidence is the key for you today. It's confidence. We believe in your work. We know you can shoot. We know you can defend. Confidence and get to the basket. That's all I got to say for you today. I believe in you, kid. Now's your chance. Earn your keep, brother. Earn your keep. We believe in you. Let's go. Let's go Knicks. Let's get a win tonight at the Denver Nuggets. I'm sorry, at the Garden against the Denver Nuggets. And let's show this will be a wake-up game. When people see us against Denver and us beating the Heat, even though we know what our team is, the media is going to start talking again. And you're starting to see them come around to Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson as all-star and that we're a team to beat in the East. Let's go. Let's get it. Denver has beaten the Pacers twice in the last 5 games, so that's helping us. Cleveland took a L, so our standings, we can move on up from here on out and then move the standings up on teams that are over 500. So let's go Knicks. You heard? You're